Howdy, welcome back to Minecraft. And today we're going to get the power situation at the base figured out. We're going to get more power, better power, longer lasting power. But first, let's see what we've done. All right. Oh, and that sugar cane over there, I am just letting that grow because that's ridiculous. And I just find it hilarious. So, found some bamboo, did some exploring and some mining. Found some cactus because we're going to need it for today's build. Found some new trees. Got a cherry tree growing here. It actually has red wood. It's kind of nice. And some avocados, which I thought this was interesting. You don't break the leaves to get the avocados. You just right click on them and harvest the avocados and they grow back. I thought that was kind of neat. If we harvest all these, we'll start to see some more grow back on there in just a few minutes. Yeah, you can see that one just pop back in. I thought that was rather cool. Here, we'll feed the puppies some avocados because, yeah, they love avocados, right? Yeah, we also picked up a bunch of Shiba Inu. Built this little hut for them. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but I couldn't resist the Shiba Inus. All right, so in the house, we have not a whole lot. I added a shelf there, added another planter. And today, we're going to actually be working on better power, and that means we're going to have to expand the basement. Let's get to it. So, down here, I want the power to come up. We do need a second floor to this, but I'm thinking the power room will be behind here. So we're going to do a set of stairs that goes down right next to back here. And I need to get rid of this. Shouldn't be using my... Go. We're just going to take out some of this wall here. I'm going to move it back. We're going to dig down 5 layers and we're going to put in stairs. Alright, so we've got the basement dug, and we've got our project moved down here. So, take a look at what we got here. Okay, we are going to build all of these things to build our power supply. And unfortunately, I have my UI set really big. So, I'm going to turn that back on. And we'll just, we've got this book here, and if we move back to the first page, and this is better power. Got to credit Ozzy. We're going to build a photogenic insulator with some upgrade modules, a compacting drawer, 1 pusher upgrade, electrolytic separator, 3 speed upgrades for that, crusher, pressurized reaction chamber. So yeah, these are all the things. We're going to go through them as we build them. And this should be on the side of the screen, over on the left side of the screen while we're doing things. But this is a list of all the resources you're going to need and how you're going to lay it out and how to set it up. I was going to record all of that and walk you through everything and step-by-step how to, yada, 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 all that great happy horse bucky. But I'll be honest, it was too long, too boring, so we're going to skip through the building process and go straight to the setup. If you want to actually look at what's written down and see the instructions over on the side of the screen, you should be seeing those right now, and you can take screenshots of that as it cycles through if you need to. All the information in that book is correct and should solve all your issues. Alright, back to the rest of it. Alright, now the only thing I did forget to grab before we started this was a configurator. And let me just grab that. All right, so these are going to go in at each of these points. This one's going to come out, and that'll fill the tube. All right, we're done with the configurator. Now on here, we're actually going to come in and we're going to set up the sides. Yes, on the configuration tab for the phytogenic insulator, you're going to want in, so it will suck water in from the pipe. You're going to want it to push out into the compacting drawer. And you can see we're looking at the front face. So it is the right side pushing out and the left side sucking in. And that should be all the setup you need to do. The compacting drawer, we've already set that to push up. The crusher, we need it to have items come in from the bottom. So let's clear this. We need items to come in from the bottom and out the top. And we'll turn eject on. Oh, and out the back. Not there. We'll just do out the front too, just to make sure that I don't have this turned back the wrong way. Because I can never tell what the front is on this. Basically, we'll just make it go out on all sides. Except the bottom. The bottom it's taking in. This one, we want to set, for starters, we want it to dump excess. And we don't want it to dump excess of, we don't know which one is going to be which right now. We're going to leave that off. And I guess we kind of need to get this system started. So let's make the basic cables, which is just 2 steel ingots and a redstone. All right, and we're going to lay out the power like so. There, 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 and there. And we've got this turned backwards. We need the green side to be facing where the power cables are. Now, once we connect that up with the base's power, it'll be enough to get started. And once it gets started, well, there's no stopping it. Got a little bit of power cables left over. We're done with that. Let's grab this, and we are going to hook it up to base power to get it started. So we need a relay. And we need... what do we want to use? A couple of connectors. In fact, we're going to grab a couple of relays. And some wire. Hopefully 8 is enough. Alright. So we're going to put a relay right here. And we're going to put a relay right here. And we're going to stop stepping on the wire. And we're going to put a relay right there. And hopefully that will clear when I walk under that and when I'm walking up and down the stairs. Alright, and now we should be able to go from there to a connector right there. There we go. Now everything should be able to get started running. Yes, everything has power. It is powering up. And now we need a melon seed. Do I have those in my inventory? Look at that, I think they're right there. Perfect. We throw a melon seed in there, and this will start generating melons. It is rather slow, but I think that's because it doesn't have enough power yet. Let's go ahead and we'll grab some melons from upstairs, and we'll get it jump started. It's best to start this with an entire stack of melons already on hand. Oh good, it created one melon for us. Alright, once this gets up here, it will crush these. The system doesn't have enough power to run steady right now. That's why we're switching off of the gas generator. Off of the coal burning generator, because it's just not enough power. Alright, the biofuel should get pushed over into the, or pushed up into the pressurized reaction chamber. This is set to whitelist, right? Yes, good. Move the configurator back down here. We need this to suck out. And I thought we had the item output on top. We do. We now have the back of this should be input. Alright, so that is set to input and input output. This, once it actually does some reaction, should give us what we need to whitelist on the trash can. Now that we know which one is going to be oxygen and which one is going to be hydrogen, we can set this to dumping access. And we know the blue is going to be the gas we want to output. We come down here to gases, and we want blue to go out the top. And you should have just heard the yep, you can hear that running now. And this substrate here, this is what we want to whitelist on the item trash can. Now we can set this to auto eject on, and we'll see the substrate just exit out. Now we can have this output gases out the top. And now that generator is getting a little bit of fuel. And now that that generator is getting a little bit of fuel, you can see the power is going up on everything. That will keep everything running now. Alright, let's let it build up another melon. We're going to have to go bone meal some melons because this compacting drawer needs to have melons in it. for the whole system to run. And as you can see, we don't have any. Yeah, you can see this, the organic material going in and the substrate coming out. And that's staying full of hydrogen. That's filling up the ethylene in the gas burning generator. Alright, we're going to let this run for a while. We're going to fill it back up with melons. We're just going to go farm a whole stack of melons and throw them in there. And then we'll be back. Melons grow slow. So what I did was I threw the bone meal into the phytogenic insulator. And it's going to grow melons way faster than me farming them. So I'm just letting this add up melons here. And I've been feeding them into the system. You can see that the gas burning generator is full. The input and output of the pressurized reaction chamber are full. The electrolytic separator is full as well. The crusher is almost full on the input and it's full on the output. This should finish it up here. If I throw those in there. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it just finished it up. So the next melon we get will keep the compacting drawer functioning properly. There we go. So now this should stay all set so long as we don't burn through all of our fuel super quickly. And the burn rate is rather slow. We're not running much right now. So we should be able to store quite a bit of melons there. Side note, this is also the best melon farm you'll ever have. Not that you'll use melons for much more than this. Now, I know I'm going to need more power than this puts out, because the goal, which I didn't go through, I do have goals set up. Better power was because my end goal is I don't want to mine. I don't want to have to go looking for the ores I need. I want them to be on hand. I want to be going and looking for things to build with. So we need better power. We need a quantum entangloporter, possibly a flux connection. We'll get into that. And then we can build the auto miner. But we're starting with the better power. The better power is also going to be required to finish up this system here, which last episode I promised we'd be finishing that up, but we need more power for that. Here's more power. Alright. Now, I did have to build this multiple times to put this into our put this into the icons on the bags. So I already have everything I need built. We're just going to get started. Where's my photogenic insulator? I lost my insulator. Oh, it's down here. Ah, there we go. There's everything we need. Forgot my UI being large like this, everything is hidden. Alright, and we're going to do basically the same setup. We're going to put this right here. We're going to set the output, input to that side, output. We're going to put the compacting drawer behind it, crusher, pressurized reaction chamber, goes up one, and electrolytic separator, yeah, right there. I'm going to put that right there. And then we need the, not the pipe, logistical transporter. Oh, just can't do it. Okay. Logistical transporter. pressurized tube. And the gas burning generator. And we will just grab our hammer and spin that around. You want the green side to be facing the cable that's already there. And back here, we'll add the trash can up here. We'll set that to whitelist. There we go. That's everything in place. Look at the upgrades here. Cyclical, cactus, and perfect. We haven't added the water yet. Pusher set to up. Crusher had 3 speed upgrades. I'm going to move this over here. I believe the crusher had 3 speed upgrades, right? No, the crusher had 8. Which one had 3? Ah. Oh well. Don't really think it matters too much. But we'll fix that. Right amount in the crusher. Or throw them on the ground. That works too. Right, and then this one would have had 8. Right, and this is going to be set to clear. Input on the bottom. Auto eject on. Output on all sides. And output on the top. We don't want output on the sides. Input from the bottom. Yeah, input from the bottom, output on the top. We're good. This one we want input from the bottom for gases. Alright, for items we want input output on all the sides because that just makes it easier. And none out the top, bottom. I think it's the back it's supposed to be coming out of. Powers all sides. Fluids. We don't have any yet. But this is going to be pushing gases into it. So gases should be input from the bottom. This, I'm going to assume we want the blue to be going up. Oh, clear. Clear all sides. We want input from the back and output from the back. So input output. For gases, we want gases to come out the top. We want the blue to come out the top. And we want no output for the cyan. Dumping access. Fluids, we want input on all sides. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, now I think that's everything set up. Well, with the exception of that. So let's throw down our pipes. And we're not going to use another sink, even though I have one. We're going to use the same sink. And we're just going to come over here and we are going to grab and some melons. And we're going to get this whole thing going. This should fill up rather quickly. This has only got a few in it. But it should grab this melon here. I think we're good to go. Got some substrate. We can whitelist. Auto eject on. Now everything will be flowing. Look at that. We are good to go. Oh, we don't have the gases outputting in the top of this. Now we're good to go. We're just going to need some more melons here pretty quick. Why is this not pushing? Oh, you also need to turn auto output on these. The phytogenic insulators do need their auto input turned on. So now, this should push these melons out. There we go. That's better. Whole system is starting to get backed up. That's what we want to see. Alright, so that's the whole system all done and dusted. The only thing I still have to do is I need to switch everything over to these basic cables, because these basic cables can actually transport more energy. They're a bit more pricey, but they transport more energy, and they have the added bonus of not electrocuting you, which is kind of nice, not gonna lie. And this will give us all the power we need to be able to run basically anything we're going to run right now. When we get to the point where this is starting to not be enough, we will be actually building in a pocket dimension, building probably a dozen of these side by side tied together in a pocket dimension, feeding their power back into the base. That's for the future. For now, I got to get rid of this wire mess. So thank you for watching. Next week, we'll have all of that done downstairs, and we should be starting on the quantum entangler. To be honest, I don't remember what's involved in making it yet, so we'll have fun with that. And I promise to get my numbers better. I feel bad. That was awful. Anyways, come back next week and we'll do the quantum entangler, which will allow us to have wireless power and not actually run cables everywhere. Alright, thank you for watching. See ya.